I have not made a YouTube video just where I'm talking to the camera in 12 years. I used to make game videos for Dota 2, passion project of mine, way back when I finished college, so 10, 11 years ago. And I kind of wanted to come back to the YouTube scene and just make videos about something else that I love now. Still love Dota, don't really get a chance to play anymore. I'm not as good as I was, and I just don't really have the time to commit those big chunks and not be able to step away if nature calls. And nature being not just a necessary bowel movement, but also have a 4-month-old daughter, and that changes things up quite a bit. So what I did want to talk about is my new passion. Well, it's not new, but it's new to posting online about it, and that's board games. The world of board games is so expansive and fun, and I wanted to share something about March of the Ants. March of the Ants was on Kickstarter recently for this new Evolved edition. The original game came out quite a few years ago, and while from what I hear it's still a good game, it used some balance tweaks, some art updates, and some component updates, and this version of March of the Ants still very affordable on Kickstarter, which I really appreciated. They didn't really go over the top with the deluxeification crap that a lot of Kickstarters do, and still came with a high quality product and that delivered on time. So I'm really, really happy with what the designers have done here. And I wanted to share with you something I thought was really cool about the packaging, the rulebook, and what they've done with their product to make it more environmentally sustainable. So, box looks pretty normal. When it arrived, however, it came in a cardboard box with only like cardboard filling, no plastic. And then this was the wrapper, which hopefully this isn't too annoying on the microphone, but it was this like cardboard wrapping sorry, not cardboard wrapping. It was this just paper wrapping, very simple. But opening it, first off, not plastic, that's great, I can just recycle this. It actually felt more luxurious to me than a plastic wrap. It came, in perfect condition, and you're able to put cool art on the outside. So it's kind of like a slipcover for a book, which is something you don't really get to see. And opening it was like a Christmas present, Finally I get mail that I'm looking forward to instead of just more bills. So that was really neat, and I can recycle it. So loved that. Rulebook, straightforward, simple, not too much environmental stuff here, but great rulebook, I actually really like it. And then the box itself, pretty standard box. They kept it to a smaller size, a pretty standard box size, instead of having one of those like double tall boxes with a bunch of minis or a bunch of other crap that you're not gonna play. So if I open this up real quick, there is 0 plastic in this box, which is really, really awesome. So I'm just going to take out some of the major components real quick because there's a few things I want to get to. So this is all stuff for the map and player boards that are cardboard sheets. When we get to the box itself, and I will show this from an overhead view, but the box itself is really cool. There are no plastic baggies. They did have some, but they are compostable for certain components, but it's not littered with plastic. Everything in here comes in these boxes, and then this is the insert for the box as well. So I feel really comfortable transporting this. Stuff is not coming out, and it also is labeled very clearly for all the different types of components. And there's even room for one of the expansions that I got with the Kickstarter stuff. So seeing this is really cool. It is not like those game trays that are huge chunks of plastic that take over your life. They're also heavier and they're more wasteful. And to be honest, the amount of time most of us are going to play a board game, this box is going to hold up over all those plays. And if it doesn't, that just shows that you love that game more, and maybe you're going to then upgrade to something even fancier, like on Etsy or whatever. But these little tuck boxes, they do exactly what you want them to. They hold your components, they close up sturdily, and then the last thing that I wanted to show everybody, and I'll again give you a close-up of these, but instead of miniatures, they did screen-printed minis, or screen-printed wooden pieces, and honest to God, these look better than any miniature that you would get from any Kickstarter. Most people who get miniatures with Kickstarter backing do not ever paint them. They leave them as gray plastic. And just having a big hunk of gray plastic or even colored plastic doesn't really make the game look more appealing. These are colorful, vibrant, and detailed, and they feel great to pick up, put down, and it doesn't have that environmental waste or impact. And that's coming from someone who does paint miniatures. I don't back board games that are heavily miniature focused, or if that's like an expansion goal or a stretch goal, because I'm not going to paint all the minis that come with it. There are usually hundreds of miniatures that come with it. And I think the people that usually back those types of projects are people who don't paint miniatures on the regular and are excited by the prospect of it. But if you do paint miniatures regularly, you know that painting 200 minis is going to take you, it's like a year or years of a project. It's not something you can do in a weekend with buddies. So something to consider. But really what this video is about is the awesome sustainability that is March of the Ants, and just the cool things that the people over at Weird City Games have done. And I'm really excited to play it, and maybe I can give it a review after a couple plays. Thanks for watching.